We're going to talk about post and how to create post. Still back in our blog. I've selected post here on the left hand side, and when you open yours up, you're probably going to have some quote-unquote example post. You can easily just get rid of those by selecting the three dots here and saying trash, and then it'll tell you that you have no post found. Don't worry if you accidentally trash something, it just goes in your trash here, just like your trash on the computer. Until you permanently delete it, it's still there. You can go back and you can save it and rescue it. Don't freak out if you accidentally do that, it's still there. We're going to select add new post. We're going to give our post a title. The first post that you're going to be doing is your blog reviews. Title it. If you can type in a word processor, so that would be Microsoft Word, Google Docs, then you can type here. There's nothing fancy, there's no crazy stuff. It will allow you to insert images, and I'll show you how to do that here. So you can just type, add a block. You can add different things. You can add audio. You can add a gallery. You can add an image. Okay. You can insert a page break. You can put in a heading. You can make a list. These are all things that you can do. You can insert a quote, and it's going to pop it out in its own little special block and be there. So you have the option to add all of these. You can add a new paragraph. You can also just press enter and it'll start a new paragraph. You can set up, oh, I want the block to look like this. So you have an image and you have text. So that's what the patterns is. And this is how you would add your image. You would just go in and you would say, I want to add an image. And then just like we did yesterday, you could either upload an image and it'll take you to your computer and you go through and select it where it is on your computer. Or if you've already uploaded something or you have an image that you used in a previous post that you want to use again, you can do that. You can also insert from a URL. You will need to have the exact URL of the image, and you can do that. This will be your blocking around your image. So do you want everything to align left? You want it to align center, so it'll be centered around it. So whatever text you have goes around the block and is centered. You want it to align on the right side. You want it to go all the way across it. All of that. And then if you made a mistake, you can always click on the select the three dots here and remove block. It also gives you some other options as well. If you know HTML code, you can put this and say edit in HTML and it'll give you the HTML code, and you can go in and edit it however you want to make it look. I would suggest if you do not have skills doing that, you don't, because you're going to get something that looks like this. And the only reason I have any idea what that is saying is because I taught myself a small bit of HTML while I was at Rosemont so that I could work on the library's website. I'm just going to remove that block. And again, same thing here. You can see what this would look like on a tablet, mobile, desktop. These are all really important, especially if you're playing around with blocks that you've not put in before, to see what would it look like on somebody else's device to make sure that this will work for multiple different devices. We're going to just go ahead and remove that block. You're going to type your review here. And then I want an artifact. And all I mean is an image. You can do a screencast of this to show what you didn't like about the site. You can find a YouTube video and insert it. You can make a YouTube video and insert it. The further along we get, I would like more things that you create, not that you go find that somebody else has created. Yes, it takes more time, but it teaches you how to use the tools that we're talking about. And like screencast, what you are seeing a whole bunch of this semester, they don't take that much technical know-how to do. I can try to screencast and show you how all the editing goes, but it's pretty much user-friendly, especially if you use the program I do, which is Screencast-O-Matic. We'll talk about that later. But I would like to see something you create. Okay? For the most part, you're going to be typing in text and inserting images. You may need to throw in a URL. Those are easy to put in. Here we go. This is Screencast-O-Matic. I use keyboard shortcuts like you wouldn't believe. And I do Control or Command C, Control or Command V. Then you can link it. You can even, instead of having this as this URL here, you can put Screencast. Screencast-O-Matic. And then you can highlight that text, and you can link that text. And I pressed enter after I did my Command V. When the URL came in, I pressed return, and it's done. It was that simple. And then you just click below your image to start typing below your image. This is super simple, easy how to write a blog post. We're going to stop here. You are not done with your blog post and ready to publish. I'm going to make a second video that talks about tags and categories to help you get it to show up where you want it to, and make it searchable and easy for people to find your post on specific topics. That will be the next video.